What's up, you tiny turnips? I just noticed my shoe is untied. So, let me fix that before I screw myself up royally. Funny story. During the 5-mile Torrington Road race, I looked down about 3/4 of a mile in and noticed that my left shoe, same shoe as today, my left shoe is untied. Coincidence? I think I'm about to have a really good run. It's 2-a-day Tuesday. I don't know if today will be a total Tuesday because it's a travel Tuesday. Nonetheless, it's 2-a-day Tuesday. I'm getting a 4-mile run in. I'm gonna do some race pace splits. When you learn about running, you learn about when you're building endurance and you're building mileage as a marathoner. You got to take things slow. But you also have to remind your muscles, hey, this is not the pace you're always going to run at. So you got to turn it up a little bit, which is great. Because sometimes I have a hard time dialing back the pace. Oh, that's awesome. Look at this. You can see the smoke on the water. Cue the music. Not. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is determination. Finding what fuels you. So last night went to dinner with my mother and father and my grandmother, and we had a very nice Italian cuisine at Rose's. If you're ever in the Standish, Windham area of Maine, I suggest you try out Rose's. It's a great place. I've been going there my whole entire life. They do everything from pizza and calzones to normal Italian cuisine. I had some chicken zingarelli. Part of me chose it because it had a cool name. The other part chose it because it had the most vegetables in it. Green beans, broccoli, artichokes, garlic, asparagus, along with ziti and chicken. It wasn't tossed in fatty sauces or anything. They tossed it in garlic and white wine, because as much as you can relax and let loose on vacation, you got to realize, hey, every day is not going to be perfect. You're not going to have the perfect chance to eat how you're supposed to. But if you can get close to it and do it. I also indulge on some bread. During dinner, my grandmother is, we're talking about family, and I'm hearing about my cousins who've gone to school. I'm hearing about my cousins who are becoming doctors and dentists and so on and so forth. And my parents noticed this look on my face, this all too familiar look of, everybody's so friendly up here, side note, but they noticed this all too familiar look of, I don't know, I guess it was distraught to them. To me, I was just becoming more and more focused on my goals. It brought up things from my past. I had the opportunity when I was younger that if I got any scholarships, my grandparents would have paid for the rest of my college. But guess who was too consumed with being cool? Guess who was too consumed with the thought of, well, I gotta make money. I can't waste time going to school if I have to make money. Guess who was too consumed with the clout chasing and doing drugs and, too consumed with the crowd? Me, I was. These weren't thoughts of jealousy, or these weren't thoughts of sadness. It might have been what my face was displaying, but all I could think about was how I have to really get to work. How the time I spent doing what I've done I didn't spend that time wisely at all. Yeah, I don't like to say that things are a waste of time. Let's get that out there right now. Things are never a waste of time if you're able to look back with hindsight and dissect, which is what I've been able to do. Luckily, been blessed to do that. But that's how I felt. I felt like, wow, that's 7 years of education and getting a job that I just threw right out the window. But I stopped myself from thinking like that because it wasn't. I needed to go through pain and anguish, and I needed to go through my hump of stupidity and deal with my demons to get chewed up and spit out on the other side this person. I'm in a better mental space than I've ever been. I'm in a better physical space than I've ever been. And I'm ready to work towards my goals. I don't think then I would have been able to do things the right way. Maybe I would have dropped out of college. Maybe halfway through I would have decided, oh, this major isn't for me. And I would have wasted my grandparents' money, and I would have to live with that for the rest of my life. I don't have to live with that, I don't have to live with a waste. I have to live with a lesson now. And you know what? I'd rather live with a lesson than a waste any day of the week. I hope with me sharing this information with you, it helps you realize that when you look back on the past, you can't dwell on it, okay? You can't think about all the things you could have done or should have done, because you can't anymore. You can't do those things. All you can do is look at what it was and make it what it is right now. Right now is the time to use those lessons to propel yourself forward. Don't take those lessons and lose them in your own self-absorption, okay? It's not all about you. It's not all about, oh, wow, I really messed up there, huh? You didn't. You showed yourself something. If you really open up your mind and open up your eyes, you showed yourself something. Now it's time for you to show yourself what you can do right now in this moment with that information. Knowledge is power. They've always said it. Another cliche saying, right? The more in tune I become with my body, the more enlightened I become, the more these cliche sayings actually ring true. So, take it for what it is. Listen, maybe I don't have all the answers. I'd like to think I do. But I appreciate you guys watching today. It's a 2-a-day Tuesday. I'm gonna hit this run, then I'm gonna go and hit a lift when I get home after I loosen up for a little bit, because sitting in a car gets me all cramped up and tight, and I don't like it. I got a 4-hour drive ahead of me. I'm excited to get back to work. I have a lot of work to do, so I'm glad you guys are coming along with me. I love you all. Have a good morning.